Hello. I was asked recently how to make panels of a quilt, and I really didn't know that much about it, so I kind of investigated and talked to the customer and see what they really wanted. So what they want is a bunch of different designs. I'm going to use this flower as an example on a quilt, and then they wanted like a running stitch tack down around the outside of it for each panel to kind of hold the quilt together, like a quilting stitch. But they wanted to do this all on an embroidery machine. So what I've done is I've just imported one of the library flowers, and I'm going to create a square around it. So I'm going to go to the rectangle, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle. And you would set the size of this rectangle whatever you want your panel to be. So that's up to you. But for the sake of this example, this is perfect. So there's a couple different ways we can do this with the core. Now you would need the platinum level because there's some advanced tools in this. So first thing first, maybe we just want a meandering run stitch through here. So I can convert this to a complex fill. And then I'm going to change the complex fill to, let's say, a stippling stitch. And then I'm going to make it bigger because I don't need so much density. So I'm going to say about an 8. You see. So now I have a simple tack down stitch through that square. And then this would need to go to the back. So I'm going to order it to the back. And then I'm going to select my grouped flower. And I'm going to say utility, remove overlaps. And that would take out the stitching underneath it if that's what I wanted to do. And there you go. You have just a simple pattern for a quilt. Now you can use different the different shapes that they give us in the core program for that. But what if we wanted something a little more custom instead of just a random thing? Well, you can also use the shapes. Okay. And the shape fill will allow you to shape in anything you want, any of the shapes, and it will also clip to the outside. See? But once again, what if I really wanted it to be the outline of the flower? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to just convert this back to artwork. So I just have my square. And then what I want to do is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to go to utilities, and I'm going to say create outline. And I'm going to create a bunch of outlines around this thing. Let's make them, I don't know, 8 distance, 8 millimeters. And we're going to do 10 or so outlines. Hopefully that'll fill my entire square. Not quite. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to go. I need more. So create outline. I'm going to go to 8 and we're going to go to 15. There we go. So now I have plenty of outlines there. But now what do I do about clipping out this outside edge? What I can do is I'm going to go click here, which is the outline. Okay. And I'm going to click here, which is all the other outlines. So I have the square and the outline. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to use the shaping tool, and I'm going to tell it I want to trim out the intersection. And there you have it. I have it now clipped to the square, and that's how you can create your squares for your quilt. Now you can put a little square running stitch or whatever around the outside edge. That's up to you. But that's basically how you do it.